Welcome back to No Refs Needed podcast. We are back. We got Taj here with us, and we also got Jose, and of course yours truly. My name is Steven. We are back today because we have a lot to go over. We got a lot to go over with the NFL progress with Jalen Hurts, as well as what's going on with Kirk Cousins. But most importantly, right now, what's going on in the NBA as we approach the playoff. We have so much to go over on that portion of it. But let's talk about the teams that we have right now in the Western Conference Finals. We have two teams in the Western Conference Finals that's been dominating for most of the season. We're talking about Oklahoma. We're talking about San Antonio. Which of the players do you think have the best chance of winning the MVP?
Out of them two?
Yeah.
Shai and Wemby.
Yeah.
Wemby, Shai was miraculous at scoring this year, scoring the basketball like he's been for the last couple of years.
Right.
He's been a big time scorer for these last couple of years.
Yeah.
But as far as like the game in a whole, Wemby has done both on defense, which you see what he could bring as a defense, because he could win Defensive Player of the Year this year, and what he brings up to his team on offense, and thus the jump that they took.
Your tune changed.
The jump that they did. My tune didn't change about the playoff. You asking me about MVP.
Yeah.
All right. So that's the jump that you see that the Spurs has took.
Yeah.
I mean, that shows when he was fully healthy and fully dialed in on the season. It showed that he's very valuable to his team. He's such a valuable piece.
Yeah.
Like this guy at one point, Wemby never got to start because of the health.
Yeah.
And you see just you'll hear things being said. You have to take advantage to beat the Spurs. You have to take advantage of the non-Wemby minutes. Yeah. And that's when he's not on the floor.
Yeah.
You know, you'll hear commentator it's like I never heard them refer to a player like that since Shaq.
Wow.
You know, since Shaq. That's how dominant.
Yeah.
You know, there was something you had to hack Shaq to take him out of his game. You had to set him to the free throw line.
Yeah.
You know, I never heard like, hey, we got to take advantage of the time when he's not on the floor. You know, people was talking like that. So it really shows something. I feel like Wemby kind of deserves MVP. He's young. He'd be real young to go out and win that MVP, but I feel like it's much deserved.
Possibly the face of the NBA soon. Very soon.
Yeah.
If not already.
Well, a lot of people would say that, it would be hard to place him as the face of the NBA because of him coming from France. What do you say to that when you hear that? It makes me cringe. And here's why I say that. Because you're talking about a player that is coming from overseas to come here to make the game, to reface the game on how it is as an NBA league, as well as bringing that overseas as well. I think the NBA is doing a great job diving into overseas games. And looking to stretch out into overseas and bringing game overseas. But at the same time, you have so many European players, so many players that's coming from different countries that's coming to play in the U.S., and they're dominating. Why wouldn't they be deserving to be
in the last 10 years, the best players in the league has been overseas players. Right. Shai, who the other guy, the counterpart we talking about, the MVP. He's from Canada. You know, it's a lot of guys that's from different other places. They've been down the last 10 years. You had players like Giannis, Embiid,
Jokic.
These is Jokic. These is guys that been constantly winning. Luka winning MVPs, first team all NBA. Yeah, and they're all from other countries, so we got to embrace that. Embrace how far the game has come for other countries to want to say, "Hey, basketball is the thing for us to be playing." So we have to embrace that.
So last couple of episodes, I talk about how important Wemby is to his team, and some people I would have offside conversation with certain people. They would talk about, how could you give it to Wemby when there's Shai, when there's Luka, when there is other players that's deserving just as much. Jokic, and I don't discredit what those players have done, but I also understand the fact of, you're talking about a player that came from what he was, the expectation, what was expected for him coming into the league.
Yeah.
And even during his losing seasons, he was still magnificent. Just seeing the potential to see he's 3 years in?
Yeah. This is his third year.
And you're talking about this team is going into the playoff being a threat.
They're a contender already.
You get what I'm saying?
Contender.
So how could you take that away from them? Let's look at the teams that they played. So San Antonio played against OKC 4 times this season, right? And San Antonio beat OKC 3 out of the 4 times. So they're 3-1 against OKC, which is the number 1 seed in the West
for the last 2 years now.
If you're gonna look at Shai Gilgeous and say that he's deserving of the MVP, just understand that every time OKC went up against San Antonio, San Antonio dominated OKC. Right? All right. And let's look at the fact that across the board, how dominating Wemby has been. Right? We can talk about the finer things of, how Shai has played well, and he's contributed averaging on 34 points.
31 a game.
Yeah, 31 a game, right? But you that's all we're stopping at is the fact that he's producing
that's what
points.
I said. It's
you know what I'm saying?
It's more to Wemby's game.
There's a lot of players producing a lot more points. But what are you bringing to balance out your team across the board?
Yeah.
How are you contributing? That's what I look at. So when you're looking at MVP, the most valuable player is the one that's able to be one player, just himself, can contribute what 3-4 other players can contribute or have to contribute.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And that's why I say Wemby is the MVP. I've said that from the time we started, and I've said that every episode in, and I'm still saying that today because I really believe that he is the MVP of this league. Potentially going to be the one that could win MVP and defensive player all in one year. And who knows?
Yeah, that's how you know that's a big jump.
That's a big jump.
That's a big jump.
Third year 3. This is year 3.
So what are we talking about? Oh, he has.
Honestly, the year when they gave Derrick Rose MVP, I felt like Wemby. Seeing this year, I personally watched those 2 years.
Yeah.
Like I watched Derrick Rose MVP season, and I watched this year out of Wemby.
Yeah.
And I feel as if Wemby has been more of an impact on his team than Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose was miraculous that year.
Yeah.
He was exciting to watch. But the thing is, Derrick Rose had a canvas to work with. And I'm referring to that as just by saying how Derrick Rose, those teams before that had playoff experience. Yeah. You knew the expectation. You basically knew the expectation out of the Bulls. Yeah. You didn't see this coming out of the Spurs this year. No. Nobody could ever told me. Nobody would have looked and said the Spurs was gonna have the 2nd seed.
Right. But let's be real, we're not discrediting Derrick Rose. We're not discrediting him. But that season he won MVP, he was going against Prime Wade and Prime Bron. And nobody expected the Bulls to be number 1 seed that year. Yeah. That was a crazy part of Derrick Rose MVP season.
Nobody did.
Wemby is going against Prime everybody right now.
No,
he's
absolutely.
going against Prime Luka. He's especially where we at in the league, we're the bigs today. Yeah. We got Jokic, we got Embiid, we got those bigs, and then now they looking a young dude coming in this league. Yo, we gotta go up against Wemby tonight. So
the last 3-4 seasons been the year of the bigs. Let's just be honest.
It's
been the years of the bigs taking over the whole court. Which is awesome to see though. Because that's not traditional.
The bigs need to be put back into the picture again. And the reason why I say that is because it just shows like when you're talking about the dominating portion of what Shaq was when he was in the league, the dominating portion of what Jabbar was when he was in the league. All those players that meant something, Patrick Ewing, David Robinson, all those big time players.
You talk about change the game. Like they changed the game completely.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's nothing when like a big guy. Because he could play defense. He's gonna control the boards.
Right.
there's just so much. He's gonna control the paint.
Yeah,
it's so much that they could do.
But look at that, because when you look at Patrick Ewing, right? Patrick Ewing can shoot mid range. He can shoot from the inside.
Yeah,
he can shoot from the outside.
Yeah,
you know, but he was more known for his mid range game and his inside presence, right? Outside, if you asked him to, he could do that.
Post play.
But that's not something that
he was asked to do.
Exactly.
If you had told him to create and play this way, because you gotta remember, back in the day, they wasn't being asked to do that.
Right.
You know what a big is being asked to do now.
Today, yeah.
So imagine if you had asked some of these bigs,
right?
Hey, we need you to create. We need you to play more like a Sabonis.
They're floor generals. They're floor generals.
Exactly.
The bigs are floor generals now, and it's
right
crazy
now,
just because you see Jokic doing some crazy passes, or even Embiid, or even Wemby. You're like, so damn,
it's undeniable that that's why I feel as if Wemby really deserves MVP because right now I'm putting him in. He still has a long way to go, but what I feel like it could be up there with the Shaq. It could be up there with the Kareems. It could be up there with Russell. All those guys. Yeah. I feel like we said it a couple episodes ago. I feel like Wemby is the only player in this league that could give me multiple games where he gets a quadruple double.
Yeah, I agree.
So like he's the only player in this league right now that I know. It's gonna be about 10 to 20 games where I know he could go out there and give me a quadruple double.
Yeah, I agree.
He could get 10 blocks. Yeah, he could get 10. He could get 10 steals. I feel like he could do all of that.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. Yeah. It's just a matter of time. I mean, he had 10 blocks already twice in his career so far. You know, and when you look at that, let's go back and look at this. So, San Antonio beat OKC 3-1, right?
Yeah.
Beat the Lakers 3-1, and I'm only listing top teams right now in the league. Celtics 2-0, Detroit 2-0. You know, Knicks, they end up finishing 1-2 against the Knicks, right? And then you're looking at Denver. Denver, they have a matchup tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Against them. This is going to be their final matchup for the season.
And
and if Wemby comes out big and dominate that game, because we all watched the last game where them two played off against each other, and that was amazing to see a matchup like that. Wemby having 34, Jokic having 40 points, doing this thing. Both of them played spectacular. But when you see that, if he comes out tomorrow night and dominate against Denver, that should be the cherry on top to say this man is deserving of an MVP.
I don't think he's playing
award.
Tomorrow.
Why would they play him?
Nah, because he got hurt.
Yeah, okay.
I think he got hurt against Philly.
Yeah.
I don't think they.
But it's a day-to-day watch. It's not anything.
It's not nothing serious, but like the playoffs is right there.
Yeah. All right. Well, even if he doesn't play tomorrow,
I feel he still deserves MVP. That shouldn't be the icing on the cake.
But it would be nice to see.
Yeah, it would.
The finish. It would.
Off even the game where you seen against him and Jokic not too long ago.
Yeah.
It's like I know he's gonna take that as a learning experience. Yeah. Like, all right, we didn't get the win and I performed great. Yeah. But there's things that I could do. That's like spectacular to watch in his game, how aware he is. I really love that about him.
Yeah.
How aware of him he's not just being, when you tell somebody that they great, how great they gonna be, and like they take it. No, he knows how great he's gonna be. He knows that, and he's the way how he's going about it. It's like almost to say he has the same attitude as Giannis. Right? He has that same attitude. That's how Giannis.
He's willing to put the league on his back.
Yeah,
and, carry
absolutely.
The league back at a level where we're used to seeing back then. I think the league right now is in desperation for who's going to be the next face of the league. It's still yet to be determined, especially with LeBron on his way out. I only see LeBron having 1 or 2 seasons left in him. Yeah. We'll see how that goes. But even with OKC right now, they're so Spurs is about to finish with 12-6. If so far where they're at, If they win tomorrow, it's going to be 13-6. If they lose tomorrow, it's going to be 12-7. You got OKC that's also 12-6 right now against top teams. Them winning against the Spurs. Of course, you know Spurs beat them 3 times. They beat the Spurs 1 time out of the 4 times they met. OKC beat the Lakers 4-0. OKC beat Denver 3-1. OKC also beat the Celtics 1-1. So the amount of times they play out of 2 games, they won. They share a win. Detroit, same thing. They share a win, 1-1. And the Knicks, they beat the Knicks 2-0. So, looking at all of that, you're saying to yourself, they're tied between the amount of top teams that they played, but that's why it's so important. If Wemby want to really lock in this MVP, tomorrow night's game have to be the game for him if they play him. And that's what I see that can lock in his MVP voting. And we need to stop looking at the fact that he's still young and he has a chance. Because what if his season ends tomorrow and he never plays again because of an injury? We've seen players that happened to them. Yeah. So when you say that, give the man his MVP, his flowers now while he's doing spectacular things. Absolutely. He played under restricted minutes and still managed to have an amazing game, amazing season. You get what I'm saying? So those are the things that we got to look at and take into consideration. But when we seeing that, what are we seeing also? We got another team we have to talk about, which is the Lakers. The Lakers are entering in the playoff, and they're without their top 3 players right now. 1 on defense and 2 on that contributes heavily on the offensive end. What do you see for the Lakers going into the playoff, them going against Houston? What does that look like for them?
I said it before. I think they might be cooked.
Yeah.
Like, that ain't no good matchup to really be going up against.
Yeah.
And you down your top players. I hope.
But it also depends on the type of Houston team they're going to get. Because before the injuries took place, we all were sure that the Lakers was going to destroy Houston. But after the injuries took place, now we're taking a step back. It's like, Houston really have a chance of winning this series. So
that team is not so. They not the Lakers. They not put together the right way, and then now because of these injuries, now everything is starting to show up. You know, you kind of going into these playoffs, limping into these playoffs.
Yeah.
So how difficult it is going to be for you to get out the first round.
Right.
To where Houston has the more healthier team. Yeah. I believe Kevin Durant is more dialed in.
Yeah.
I believe the coach, like as far as coaching with Udoka, I feel like he knows, all right, we got to this step to where we're in the playoffs and we're in a good position.
Yeah.
I feel like Udoka is going to be more dialed in than what JJ Redick is right now. It's not taken away from JJ Redick. I feel like he's also a great coach.
I see where you're coming from. Udoka has more of the playoff experience. Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
More of the playoff experience.
JJ Redick, which is nothing wrong. You haven't won a playoff series yet.
Yeah.
In your coaching career.
Right.
And it's going to be more difficult going up against somebody whose team is a little more healthier. That's all I'm saying, and a little more dialed in.
Didn't they win last year? They made it past the first round. They made it into the second round.
The Lakers?
Yeah,
No, they didn't. They lost to Minnesota.
That was the first round?
Yeah, that was the first round.
Why I feel like that was the second round?
No, they lost to Minnesota in the first round.
Okay. I know they did lose, but
Minnesota in the first round. Because Minnesota played in the second round. They played Golden State. Steph Curry got hurt.
Yeah.
And then in the finals, Western Conference Finals last year was OKC.
Okay.
Yeah, they started.
Okay.
That's how it went.
Well, look, to see what we've been seeing from the, because I'll say this, JJ Redick has been really bold on his approach on the players.
Yeah.
Just this week, you look at the fact of what he's been talking about when they lost against Dallas on Sunday.
Yeah.
And then moving forward and how they played against their next opponent, and how he called out Achiora.
Yeah.
And how he called out Vanderbilt.
Yep.
Those players that he called out, and he talks about the importance of, them needing to show up and how they didn't show up during when it matters most. Like when you talk about that and how JJ Redick approached those press conference and talk about the importance around that, like what does that mean for the team? Because sometimes the team don't do well with having that tough conversation coming from the coach.
Yeah.
So, like, what do you think that means for the team going into the playoff? Does that mean that, will it be something more difficult for them to adjust to while JJ Redick is changing his approach? Or is it something where JJ Redick has always been that way and expect more from the players?
I think they'll be fine. Because if you really look at it, you can tell him and his players have a good work relationship, good cohesion. Come on, we always been seeing it where head coaches or coaches just come at the team, not in a disrespectful way. I mean, and they show up the next day.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good sense of like urgency, though.
Yeah.
It's definitely a good sense of urgency, and then you can tell you don't hear reports of them or locker room or anything. It's just he holds them accountable. They're grown men. They're not kids. They're making millions of money. He's holding them accountable.
What's wrong with that, though?
Correct.
Like he's a competitor. First of all, he used to play.
Yeah,
it's not like he's a coach. He's
a
not
very
one of those
smart
coaches
guy. He knows what he's doing.
That wasn't playing. He's not one of them coaches that wasn't playing. He used to play. It's not too long ago JJ Redick was in the league.
Right.
He's a competitor.
Correct.
He wants to win. He's not there to lose, or to pat you on the back and tell you what a good job you've done. He's here to coach and tell you the truth.
If anything, as a player, somebody
talking
wrong
that
with
press
that.
conference concerned me just based on his tone on how he,
because it's frustrating. It's frustrating. It is.
But you don't often see a coach call out players just like that. Like,
but Steve, you wouldn't get frustrated if you see, me and Taj, you see our potential, right?
Yeah.
And we're not playing to that potential, but you see it in practice every single day. But you would call us out too.
Yeah. I mean, I get that, but to never see it happen and to see it happen. When I say never see, I've never seen JJ Redick take that approach before, where he actually physically called out the players.
But maybe it's just a wake up call too.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to switch it up.
I think that's a guy that earned his right to be a coach. Like your coach's job is not to pat you on the back; it's to get the best out of you.
Yeah.
If he was, I would find it more of a problem if he was letting things slide.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
That would be a more of an issue. Like that's when you would question it. He's really coaching. It's not.
And I think JJ Redick is a good coach.
Exactly.
I really like him as a coach. But to see that is what was, I said, okay, let's see if that put a fire under their butt.
A lot of the times in the past, who was the coach before? Darvin Ham. And I felt like he had problems not really like
calling out
the guys when they need to be called out.
Right.
When a couple times when he probably felt like guys were dogging it, I felt like he more tried to be that player's coach and try to connect with the players. He tried to be too cool. You can't be too cool for school. You're there to discipline and to get the best out of the coaches. And he what JJ Redick said in that press conference. It's nothing personal.
It's
nothing personal. What he's saying.
Say
I'm not saying nothing. I'm not coming to attack your character. It's not a George Karl situation where he's attacking somebody's character. He's trying to get the best out of his players. So you see, he explained the situation. He made it real clear on the assignments that they dog. I felt like he could have done better, or this player could have done better, because to get beat by a team that's not contending in Dallas, they on the up and up. They got Cooper Flag, but he's saying it right. This team shouldn't be able to play on the level of us.
Right.
No matter who we down.
Right.
So
who knows? He most likely had a conversation with the players anyways after the conversation he did at the podium.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I don't question him for that.
Yeah.
I think he's a great coach. If the Lakers don't want him, somebody else will have a good coach.
All right, well, let's look at the matchup. If the season is just about to be over, you got Lakers looking to play against the Rockets. We understand where the Rockets are at right now. They managed in the last 10 games to win 8 out of 10 games. That's really good just based on where they were at. I want to say, like,
a couple of weeks ago.
Where they
thought the sky was falling.
Yeah, where things weren't looking good for the Rockets, but all of a sudden they managed to win 8 out of 10 out of the 10 games that they played. So with the Lakers playing against the Rockets, you're saying that the Lakers are in trouble.
Yeah.
I feel the same way.
Yeah. But I'm assuming their pieces are coming back though for playoffs.
Luka's not coming back. Austin Reeves is they're talking about it being a little while longer with what he's dealing with.
If
with
they
his
get
injury.
to the second round,
and you're talking about realistically second round. Probably like game 5 or 6 into the second round.
So Luka's just out indefinitely.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was a month though. They said.
No.
It's deeper than that.
A month.
Yeah.
But a month is the playoffs.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah. The whole month is really the playoffs. Like, that's the first round.
Yeah, pretty much. So when you look at that, you see
it's not looking good. And I said it. If everybody laughed when I said it, I sat there and I said, if I was Kevin Durant, I'll be licking my chops because I don't feel like nobody on the Lakers can hold me. And then now, what it really is.
Yeah.
You see. Congratulations to KD. He might be going on to the second round. First time in a long time.
Yeah.
Since 20.
So you guys are saying a sweep?
Yeah.
Huh? Are you guys saying a sweep?
No, I'll give 5.
No, I won't say it's a sweep.
I give 5 games.
I'd say 5. Yeah.
I agree. Give it 5 games.
5 games is definitely something that the Rockets should be able to do.
A gentleman's sweep.
Yeah.
He said Kevin Durant gave his flowers.
Finally.
All right, so let's look at Denver. Denver would be playing against Minnesota. What does that look like?
That's gonna be a good rivalry.
It's always a popcorn match with them. Get that popcorn
with
ready.
them two playing in the play, and then they gotta go at it. It could be it's gonna be 7 games.
Okay.
Like because that series always gets with them two.
You see that as 7 games?
Yeah.
I see that 6 games. They're very physical.
I think 6.
I think 6, but I don't think I'll see 7.
7 games who?
7. I see 6 games Denver pulling it off.
6 games Denver pulling it off?
Yeah.
Man,
42.
I ain't betting against Ant.
Yeah, nah, he's a different breed on the playoffs, man. Like, say what you say with him.
I'm going to go 7 games.
So you talking about with Aaron Gordon.
I know what they got, but we talking about Ant. Like, this dude is
And when Julius Randle is playing,
like, that. I give a lot of credit to Drew.
Yeah.
And the things that I love him as a player.
Yeah.
But the things that, like,
Ant-Man.
You got Ant-Man.
Different,
I know you got Julius.
Yeah.
And that's a great piece to have. Trust me. I know. I love Julius, but they got Ant-Man. That's a 7-game series. Like, he don't even, like, I already see him. He put LeBron out the playoffs. The year before that, put Kevin Durant out the playoffs. He's like the bone collector. The way how he go about that.
Putting players out there.
Yeah, like guys that you think is supposed to be in their glory and be these superstars, and you just really see him go about his business. Like, this is the time where he just locks in to another level.
Yeah.
So I'm not sleeping. Yeah, I'm
playoff
not.
So
playoff Ant play defense.
He does.
Yeah,
experience on Denver and previous champions.
Yeah. But also we're talking about a team that represent not only with Minnesota.
Yeah.
You're not just talking about Ant. We're talking about the team that represent the Western Conference Finals for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
All right, we gotta put some respect there.
I'm not saying no. Trust me, that's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is, are we looking at the fact that you got Denver, who has more experience?
Denver also has a new coach.
Denver has a new coach.
Yeah.
But I also understand that with a healthy Jokic, a healthy Aaron Gordon, a healthy Jamal
Murray.
Hold on. Jamal Murray's inconsistent though. Like, when he's consistent, it's crazy work. But when he's inconsistent, come on, let's be real.
He always seems to show up in the playoffs, though. He always seems to show up in the playoffs. You saw what he did. He saw what he did last season in the playoffs. The only reason why they end up losing because Aaron Gordon ended up going down with their hamstring.
Mm-hmm.
And that
series went to 7 games.
Yeah, that went to 7
OKC,
games.
Yeah.
So why would we not expect them to be the team that will repeat what they
They won a championship before.
Yeah.
They have won a championship before.
Yeah.
I'm not discrediting them, but that's why I said the series will go 7 games. And I didn't pick a winner. So
okay.
I'm not.
You're not going to pick a winner?
Yeah, because it could go either way, but it's going to 7 games.
He said, I'm not going to pick a winner.
Yeah.
I love it. You played it safe.
Yeah. Because I'll be a fool to bet against Jokic, and I'll be a fool to bet against Ant-Man.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to leave it at 7 games.
All right.
It's going to be a great series.
Let's look at this.
That's probably the best series in the first round.
We have 4 teams that's fighting to get into the play-in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, sorry, 4 teams that's fighting to get into the playoffs. You got Phoenix, Portland, Clippers, and Golden State.
Why Tyler's laughing before you even finish that?
Well, let's hear
this part of the playoffs, like,
yeah.
Sometimes, if it wasn't for Miami making it all the way out of the 8th seed in the last couple of years, like, and I'm not gonna disrespect the league, but like the people that's fighting to go in the play-in and the 7th and 8th seed, like, I always feel like you don't have a chance.
Yeah.
Of winning anything, so like, why am I even talking about you?
Well, I'm talking about because look.
No, I understand. This is interesting.
It is interesting.
Yeah.
Here's why: because I'm not going to sleep on the Clippers. Me personally.
So the Clippers could make a push for the finals.
I think the Clippers can make it into the playoffs. They can
Yes,
make it into the playoffs.
But do you see them like making a
Making it
push
to
for
the-
the finals?
No.
All right.
No, let's be real about that. But I'm gonna say Clippers are gonna make it in,
Yeah.
and Phoenix is gonna make it in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those are
definitely.
the
I
two
can see
teams
Phoenix.
that I
making
can
it.
see
Yeah.
that will make it into the playoffs. If the Clippers end up losing, I would be highly I would just be disappointed because just to know what the Clippers are capable of, how hard they work to get back into the picture, and to only have the letdown of not making it into the playoffs. Like, we all know what Kawhi can do. We know, like, man, Kawhi is a monster, and I can't go away from Kawhi because Kawhi have shown this season what he's capable of. Like, coming from when they first started, how it didn't look good for them. They were 6-19 to all of a sudden becoming a 500 team to all of a sudden now scratching to make it into the playoff. That's impressive.
All that stuff that he's dealing with the Clippers,
Yeah.
he needs to get out of there. Because I respect him a lot as a player.
You respect him a lot as a player.
And Kawhi, and I think he deserves so much better.
Okay.
Yeah, he needs to get out of there.
Okay.
Where would he go though?
Yeah. Well,
Where would he go?
Yeah.
Not the Clippers.
No, well, we know not the Clippers, but like, where would be the best fit for him?
Where would be the
you
best
see?
fit?
Yeah.
Anywhere but the Clippers. Just anywhere else.
Really?
Yeah. Like, he's just...
Anywhere else. So if you go to Memphis, that would be better? Than the Clippers?
Yeah.
He's not going to Memphis.
Wow.
He's not going to
He ain't
Memphis.
I know he's
but
not
let's-
going to Memphis.
That's a crazy work. He ain't going to Memphis.
I'm just asking the question because he's saying anywhere
Like,
but the Clippers.
Clippers, I would rather play with John Morant and try to, like, save his career before I continue on going on with the Clippers. So, yes, I would rather play for Memphis if I was him.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
There's nothing that tells me, there's nothing about the Clippers
Yeah.
that tells me that he should continue going
Yeah, the
on
Clippers
playing
need
with
a
the
reset.
Clippers.
They need
They
a
need
reset.
they need the strongest reset. They need about 4 years of great lottery picks. They need it all. They need it all.
Okay.
And then if I'm the Clippers, right, I could potentially play OKC in the first round.
Yeah.
You know what I'm thinking?
Yeah.
If I'm them?
What?
Didn't we draft Shai?
They have. And they traded Shai.
Exactly. And then this is where we at.
For who?
Huh?
For who?
For Paul George.
Wow.
Somebody that's not even on your
Playoff
team.
P.
Yeah. So
Playoff
this
P.
is like your existence. Like,
For playoff P.
why would you even want to continue to like
For
play
playoff
for this?
P who's barely in the playoffs.
He's been going sick.
I don't
lately,
get it.
though, the last couple
What
of
does
weeks,
that
but
mean?
that doesn't mean nothing though.
What
He's
does
been
that
putting
mean?
it in the playoffs,
The Clippers put together championship teams about in the last 10 years. The Clippers, I think they put it together about
Let's say 20 years.
No, 10 years.
10 years?
Yeah, in the last 10 years, right? The Clippers, I seen them put together.
2016.
Nah, I probably go more than that.
Yeah, I say 20 years.
Maybe
not. 15.
From 20, yeah, all right, 15
years.
All right, 15
11 years. So that's 11 years, all right?
Yeah.
In the last 11 years, I see the Clippers put together about 4 championship teams.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And they didn't reach anywhere with those teams. That's a big disappointment.
Yeah.
It's just disappointing. Everything is just disappointment with the Clippers.
Have they ever made it to the Western Conference?
No.
Almost.
No, they did. They did. They did.
Western Conference against San Antonio?
In the finals.
Against San Antonio?
No, they made the Western Conference Finals against Phoenix. They sure did. Yeah. They did. They made the Western Conference Finals against. And Kawhi got hurt.
Are you talking about 2021?
2021.
Oh,
yes.
They made the Western Conference Finals.
You're right.
Yeah, Kawhi got hurt. And then you would think, exactly, that was a championship team. Come on. I seen them put together. Clippers has been the biggest.
Right. It's the last 10 years.
Disappointment in the last 10 years. The Clippers has been the biggest disappointment as a
15
franchise.
is right, because remember, CP3, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, and then but they had a couple 2014, 2015.
Yeah, they had teams that compete for a championship.
Matt Barnes, Jamal Crawford.
Yeah.
You had teams where I honestly said this might be the year of the Clippers.
Yeah. And it didn't.
But they just never could have passed. Well, who was it? OKC, Golden State?
They're not doing
Houston
that.
Could never pass.
Lakers went into the dark days.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And they basically said, "Hey, Clip, win a championship."
Yeah.
And they couldn't do it. And the Lakers won the champion. Like, come on.
That's crazy with that squad. The Lakers won that championship.
Yeah.
Dwight Howard,
Yeah.
Rajon Rondo, LeBron, who was an AD.
Yeah.
On a team that
Yeah.
like,
JaVale
bro,
McGee.
the Clippers was way better than the Lakers that year.
Yeah.
That year, the Clippers was way better than the Lakers.
Yeah, they were.
Come on, man.
They were.
Yeah.
They were. Well, I mean, let's see what the Western Conference shaped out, into being when it's all said and done. We're going to fast forward and going into the Eastern Conference. The Eastern Conference, you got Detroit. I'm really impressed with Detroit.
Yeah. Let's clap it
and
up
I
for
said
them,
this
man.
was going to happen.
Clap it up for Detroit.
I say this
Shout out
because
Detroit.
I did made the bold prediction and say that they were going to hold that number 1 seed, and they end up holding that number 1 seed.
Yeah. I knew they was going to be a good team since last year.
Here's a question that I have, right? And this question is because we got to look at the teams that dealt with a lot of adversity. You're talking about Detroit. You're talking about Boston. Boston.
No, Boston dealt with adversity.
As well as Detroit.
You felt like Detroit
Absolutely.
really did?
With Kate Cunningham going down, like
it was
what
towards
they
the end
dealt
of the
with,
season, and
it's
they was
still-
already
the question was, were they
could-
Boston could take that number 1 seed. The Knicks could
Yeah,
possibly take that number 2
okay.
seed.
Okay, you're
And
right.
you know what's crazy?
And-
Because it goes back to MVP conversation too. Kate Cunningham, he going out and you're still holding it down.
Still holding it down.
That's
so
what
it takes away.
But I said it. He doesn't deserve MVP.
I won't say that he doesn't deserve it.
No,
but I'll
not this
say
year.
It puts in question of all the people that say, who's the next scorer besides Kate Cunningham?
Correct.
And now you're looking at Detroit was able to hold it down.
Yeah.
So a lot of credit go to
The head coach
JB
and the whole
Bickerstaff,
team.
Bickerstaff. Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So now the question is, which coach has been the most impressive during the 2025 season and has a strong chance of winning the Coach of the Year?
Missoula.
Why? Why?
Bro, I thought they was going to get the number 1 overall pick this year.
That was a wild ball.
When they was there, say, all right, Tatum went down. They got rid of Porzingis, Al Horford, Drew Holiday. And then they started, and I said, man, they preparing to get the number 1 overall pick. That's what I thought. And then just how you went about your business the whole year, getting the 2nd seed, still managing to win 55 games. You might win 56 games. Because I forgot who they playing. They playing Orlando. They playing Orlando for the last game. And just, he handled business this year. You did not. Nobody in the world, I thought they was gearing up to get the number 1 overall pick, and they was going to retool and just be another special Boston team. That's what I thought. nah, they still contending. They're still competing. You know.
So where I said Mazzulla deserves a lot of respect. I gave him a lot of praise last episode. We talk about how great he was and how much he means more to Boston than Doc Rivers, just based on what he was able to do in such a short period of time. I'm gonna have to go with JB Bickerstaff. I'm going with JB Bickerstaff because what he was able to do. I'm talking about coach of this season. Coach of
I would have rather given to him last year then.
No,
because all right, my thing was you was that team was awful before JB Bickerstaff.
They were also ranked 6th last year in the Eastern Conference.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. So I thought it was gonna be more of a project with Detroit.
Yeah,
like it was gonna take time.
Yeah.
So him coming into on the team because before JB Bickerstaff, they had
the dude from the Suns. That was the coach. He's not in the league right now.
Atkinson,
no. The one who was
I remember. I know the black coach.
Yeah. I forgot his name.
I know you're talking about.
Well, he was the coach of the Phoenix Sun that brought them to
the
NBA Finals.
I said when he was coaching the team.
Yeah.
It's a few times we played Detroit, the Knicks, and I'm watching them, and I said, "Wow, this is like really, this team don't even show up. I don't expect them to be good." So to now, the jump that they made, but even last year, just seeing how they came, they fought in the playoffs to get in the 6th seed, to make the jump to where I thought the Pistons would get the #1 overall pick for the next couple of years, That's what I thought it was going to be. So I would more give him credit.
He deserves Coach of the Year this year
for getting the #1 seed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I expected them to be a good team.
The #1 seed is based on the season, not on the totality of what it would be in a playoff as well. It's just the season. We're just talking about what they have done this season within those 82 games. Cade Cunningham out of the picture. When people was in doubt of who's the next guy after Cade Cunningham, because all they saw was Cade Cunningham.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Cade Cunningham is out of the picture for however many games, almost 10 games, and still was able to hold down the #1 seed. You don't think that deserves Coach of the Year?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But not more than Joe Mazzulla.
I mean, with Joe Mazzulla still had a superstar.
So?
What do you mean, so? Like, what are we talking about, so? He did Jason Tatum.
JB Bickerstaff still had an all-star on. There was still a star. Jalen Duren is a star.
Also, but is he as equivalent to what Jaylen Brown is or Jason Tatum is? No.
Not really.
All right, then. It's not really.
He's a big.
No. Full stop. He's not equivalent to what Jaylen Brown is. And what?
So
Jason
you really
Tatum.
think JB Bickerstaff deserves Coach of the Year?
You give me a compelling reason why he doesn't deserve it.
Because it's Joe Mazzulla, this coach.
What? How's that compelling? We're talking about give me a good reason why he's not.
Because Joe Mazzulla had to deal with the same thing.
No. JD Bickerstaff had to build his team and make his team relevant with Cade Cunningham and without Cade Cunningham.
I mean, big deal.
I'm saying this because, look, I'm not taking nothing away from Mazzulla.
Yeah.
Mazzulla is great, and we're not questioning that. Well, here's what
I expected JB Bickerstaff to have. This is the thing. I expected Detroit to have a good team this year. I did not expect Boston
you expected
to have
them
a good
to have
team.
a great team this year.
Yeah.
Okay. But you did not expect them to be #1.
Huh?
You did not expect them to be #1.
You know why I expected
but hold on,
them to
you did not expect them to be
Who I expected to be #1 was the Knicks. We didn't win, but I expected them to be right. I expected Detroit to be right up there. I said after that playoff series, right? I swear to you, after that playoff series last year, I said, yo, Detroit is a real good team. They're there.
Right.
They're right there.
Right.
I said that.
Right.
I said that.
Okay.
So it's just my expectation.
You did not expect Detroit to be the #1 seed, right?
I expected them to be a top 3 seed.
But you didn't expect them to be #1.
it's the team that I was hoping for to be.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, what?
Yes, because I expected them to be a top 3 seed.
But you didn't expect them to be number 1.
It goes hand in hand.
What I'm trying to tell
if you expected a team, right?
What I'm trying
you're not going to name it, right?
No, listen.
You're not going to name it. If I said I expect that team to be a top 3 seed. The reason why they could go number 1, right?
No, the reason why I'm saying this is because what you didn't expect, they end up.
Listen, I'm going to give you one better. I expected that Detroit was going to win 60 games. Last year, at the end of the season, I said they're a 60-win team.
Okay.
I said that.
I remember that conversation.
Yeah.
Okay. And
I expected them to be a 60-win team.
They have a chance of becoming.
But I did not expect Boston to win nowhere near 50 games.
I agree.
This year.
I agree with you.
I did not expect that.
I agree with you.
I was talking about them getting the number 1 overall pick.
Let's look at what Boston had.
Yeah.
Right? Boston had Jalen Brown. Boston had Ron Harper Jr. Right? Boston had Peyton Pritchard.
They had Ron. They could.
Yeah.
Derek White.
So
yeah, Derek White. What do you mean? So
that's even of a bigger hand clap that for winning with those type of players. They traded away their whole court. Like what got them to the championship? What made them win the championship was players like Porzingis, Holiday.
Yes,
they got rid of those dudes. Tatum was hurt the whole year, bro.
I get that. But you're also not forgetting how well Pritchard plays. How well Ron Harper Jr. is playing.
Derek White.
How Derek White has been playing.
But
how well Jalen Brown has been playing.
No, Jalen Brown, we expected that.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
But that's where you give more credit to the coaching because those is okay dudes. And then the way how they stepped up and played their role, you didn't expect them to be there, but they there.
Wait. Okay, dudes outside of Jalen Brown.
Now, so let me ask you a question now. Let's look at it.
Because Jalen Brown, you know what he's going to bring.
Let's look at Detroit. NBA. Detroit has Kate Cunningham.
Yes.
We know who
Star.
He's been. Yep. Jalen Duren.
Star.
All right, then. Then you're looking at Javonte Green. Then you're looking at Tobias Harris.
Overpaid. Sorry.
Then you're looking at so I'm not gonna even go any more down the list.
Tobias Harris is a player though.
Right? Well, look.
It only matters if he shows up in the playoffs.
Yeah,
we can't forget you can't forget Stu, defensive a defensive stopper who who definitely puts in work, and we're not gonna say anything about that other than the fact that when they come out and play. You forget they have Caris LeVert. You look at that and you hear it and you didn't even flinch on certain names. And the reason why I say that is because it just shows.
But they brought that last year, their grittiness and the way how they play and how they play physical. They brought that last year.
Okay.
And I said I expected them to be a top 3 seed.
Yeah. Whether
it's 1, 2, or 3, I expected them to be in the mix.
Yeah.
Of those things. I didn't see them as a playing team.
Yeah.
Last year, after that series when they played the Knicks, I didn't see them as a playing team. Okay. I didn't see it like I'm going to look past. Actually, this year when we played, January 5th, when we played for the first time, the Knicks and the Pistons, I circled that game and I said, this is the game. I just want to shut them up. We didn't do it, but I circled that game. Like I expected them to be there. That's the way how they gritty, they play great together, and they're very physical.
Yep.
I expected them to be there.
And look, that's also the team that we're having a hard time beating. That's the only team that we went out.
Yeah, we had a hard time beating them last year. Okay.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, let's look at the fact that the team that New York had a hard time beating this season was the Detroit Pistons, right?
Yeah.
We just came off a win against Boston. That was a big win for us. We dominated Boston for the season, by the way, 3-1, right? So now when we look at that, now we're going into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Now you got Boston that potentially is going to play against either the Hornets, the Sixers, or Miami, right?
The Hornets. Orlando.
Hornets, Orlando, or Miami, right? when you see that, now, what does that say as far as who they're going to play against? With Cade Cunningham back now in the lineup, who could potentially they can beat either those teams, or there could be an upset? Do you think more of an upset could take place within that series if they play the Sixers?
If they play the Sixers, Detroit play the Sixers,
yeah.
Huh. All I know is experience goes a long way, you know, and a lot of things come into question.
Yeah.
With the Sixers,
yeah,
you know, because they got greats over there, so it's up to them to really, to me, and what I'm gonna bring up. You know, you got great players over there. Who's gonna go to the Hall of Fame?
Yeah,
you know, who I feel like is, and you're going up against a young Detroit team who doesn't really have that playoff experience. They got some of it last year, but they haven't won a series yet. You know, it's your opportunity to really, like, that's a big, that could be an upset.
It could be
It could be upset. Cade Cunningham, he's not 100%.
Bold prediction. Will it be an upset or will it not?
7 games.
7 games who?
Huh?
7 games who?
Philly.
7 games Philly.
Yeah.
All right.
I think Embiid is gone. Because I done felt the playoff wrath of Embiid, you know. I done seen him throw it off a backboard and dunk.
No socks Embiid or with socks Embiid?
I done seen Embiid do some things, man. Embiid is you don't take Embiid serious?
No, look, it's not I don't take Embiid serious. It's just that Embiid has been battling with a lot of injuries.
There ain't no back-to-backs in the playoffs, so.
Okay.
Ain't no back-to-backs in the playoffs, so.
All right. Well,
you know,
you heard it here first.
You got
Bold
Maxey
prediction coming from Taj.
Yeah.
Sixers looking to pull it off against
Detroit
if they happen to play them in the first round. All right, we're looking at Boston. If Boston plays against either Charlotte or Miami or Orlando,
or
what
Philly,
does it look like? Yeah.
If I'm Boston, I'm trying to avoid Philly. I'm praying that we don't get Philly. If whoever Philly is in the play-in, right?
Yeah.
They're going into the play-in.
Right.
1 and 2 seed.
Yeah.
Avoid playing Philly at all costs. Don't play Philly. That's who you don't want to play.
So Boston should avoid playing Philly.
Yes.
If they end up playing against Philly.
Yes, avoid it.
Oh.
Avoid
What's your
it.
take on that, Jose?
Taj is just scared of Philly in general.
Yo,
the way Taj is making it seem like,
we
honestly,
won that series 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Against Philly. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. 7 games.
No, it was 6 games.
Was it 6?
Yeah, it went
I
6
thought it
games.
was 7.
That
Okay.
it felt like 7 games.
Yeah.
It felt like felt like that. Felt like 7 games,
Yeah.
bro. Philly is not no joke, bro. It's not no joke. That's not a team you want to see first round of playoffs.
I feel like when they're healthy, they're no joke.
Yeah, they're not a joke,
Depends on
bro.
health, though.
They're not a joke.
All right. Well,
And then the reason why I give them the help, it's no back-to-backs in the playoffs. It's no back-to-backs in the playoffs. They don't got to worry about, we got a game tomorrow, so, I think we should sit Paul George down, and I think we should sit Embiid down because we got a game tomorrow.
Yeah.
No, it's straight up.
yeah.
First 1 to 4,
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Well, you got the Knicks. Look like they're going to be playing against Toronto.
Yeah.
What does that look like?
It's what I wanted the whole time.
All right.
It's what I wanted.
We declaring the win, right?
Huh?
We declaring the win, right?
4 games, yeah.
4 games. First
Bring
to
out the
4.
brooms.
First to 4. Oh, you saying sweet?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Bring out the brooms, man.
I say 5 games. I say 5 games.
What?
Yeah.
Bro, we won 13 straight against Toronto.
5 games.
13 straight. They haven't beat us in years. You're not getting a game this year. I'm sorry.
They got to sneak off of me.
No, they're not.
Right.
No, they're
Say
not,
that.
bro.
We'll say that.
No, they're not.
We'll
We're
say
going
that.
into our backyard in Toronto and Ontario, and we're gonna look at the nice waterfalls that stop over the Niagara Falls.
Steve.
Get rested.
Hey, man. Hey, I'm taking it. Man.
I guarantee the Knicks is the first team to make it to the second round.
Oh,
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
Okay.
I guarantee.
All right. I like that.
It's
I like
the
that
first
confidence.
team to make it to the second round.
Listen, the Knicks can definitely make
in
it
the
happen.
whole NBA.
I just think, ooh.
In the whole NBA, the Knicks is going to be the first team to make it to the second round. The first team.
All right. You heard it
This
here
year.
first coming from Taj. He's declaring that it's going to be a sweep between the Knicks and the
we
Raptors.
We playing Toronto?
Yeah.
Like, are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Come on, man.
You see it. All right. Well, let's move forward. And let's
come
look
in
at
that stadium
Cleveland
bumping
and
Kendrick
Atlanta.
Lamar. We putting them on notice.
Hey, man. Listen.
It's time to collect the rent. Rent's due.
No, we're not doing that.
That's how we got on.
Nah.
Rent is due in Toronto.
And they're going to be playing what?
Huh?
They're going to be playing what?
Some Kendrick Lamar.
In Toronto?
In Toronto, bro. Just like...
Wow.
I was praying for this matchup. Just praying for it.
You gotta save this because if the Raptors end up winning, Taj is not gonna be on the show for a couple months.
What?
I say 5 games. I'm putting some
gone.
respect on Toronto.
I'm gone.
But he's
if
saying
it's 5 games,
4-0.
I'll walk.
You walk?
Yes.
Walk where?
What?
Walk where?
Man, I'll walk to New York.
Be like, walk here, man. Don't be
I'll walk to... Listen. I'll walk to New York if they get a game.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow. Are you serious? Yeah, okay. All right. All right, we're going to move forward. We're looking at Cleveland and Atlanta. Cleveland.
Yeah.
What does it look like with Atlanta, and what does it look like for Cleveland?
I'll say Cleveland 5 games.
You sure?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah,
I said
that's
7
also
games. Atlanta.
I say 7 games too.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
7.
7 games.
going with
Atlanta.
If anything,
yeah.
I'm pushing 6, but I don't see 7 games though.
man.
7 games.
I'll
Taking
tell you.
it?
I'll say Atlanta because, man, Atlanta has proven that they can be a dangerous team with the type of lineup that they've shown. They won out of the last 10 games. They 7-3. So is Cleveland.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I have a lot more respect for Atlanta. I'll say this: James Harden never impressed me in the playoffs.
And neither does Donovan Mitchell.
I know. Look, Donovan Mitchell. I'll give Donovan Mitchell a little bit more credit, but it's just James Harden for me is just not enough for me to say that I have enough confidence in what he can do. Look, I know what he did in Houston, but Houston is so far.
Man.
Go ahead. You seem like you want to say something. You got that. Yeah, you got
Because
like
James Harden did a lot more than Donovan Mitchell in the playoff.
yes.
Yeah.
I would agree. Yes, he has.
James Harden took Houston to when he was in Houston, he took them to a
But look how long ago that was.
it was a long time ago,
Yeah.
but look how my thing is Donovan Mitchell has been the number 1 option on his team.
I'm saying
for
the
how many
upset in
years?
the East is going to be the Atlanta-Cleveland series. That's going to be the upset
Yeah,
in the East.
I agree with it.
Okay.
But not because of like just James Harden.
Okay.
Yeah, you got I had Donovan Mitchell a part of that too.
I'm not saying no, but I mainly say James Harden because James Harden is going to have to change up a lot. He just never seemed to be there when the playoffs started.
But Steve, let's be real. What does he have to change? This man been in the league for 10 years. What was he gonna
more
change?
than 10.
Who?
James Harden.
Yeah.
James Harden's been in the league for more than 10
That's
years.
what I'm saying. Yeah, what he's gonna change, Steve?
I mean, at this point, it's
Might
just,
as well shave his beard. Maybe
no,
we'll get a different
my thing
one.
is the same way he plays as aggressive in the regular season and what we know we expect from him in the regular season. He's able to do that.
Yeah, I know what
Yeah.
you're saying.
In
the
the
playoffs, it's
it's
inconsistent.
just-
He'll have a game, he'll drop 34 and 10 in the playoff, and then the next game you'd be like, James Harden, you see what he did last week? And then you have like a 15-point game.
Yeah.
You turn the
Just
ball over a lot, and then
Playing
you
no
know he ain't
defense.
playing no defense.
It's gonna bring it
People
back to the
will be
World
quick
Star
to,
days.
to put out. Listen, people will be quick to talk about stats, but also remember, yeah, stats is great, but look at the finer detail of the game, breakdown of the game, see where the player, if he was able to show up where it matters.
Yeah.
And I can't say confidently, I can say that James Harden shows up when it matters in the playoffs.
No, he doesn't.
So in that situation, we're going to talk about the whole debate that Pat Bev had about the whole career stat line between what James Harden did versus what D Wade did. D Wade won championships.
Yeah.
But D Wade is playoff D Wade. Nobody can ever take that away from D Wade.
But you got players that's going to talk about, look at the breakdown of what James Harden has accomplished versus what D Wade has accomplished.
From a fan standpoint of view, right? Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna give you a scenario. D Wade, he was down two games. I think he was down 0-2 in the playoffs, right?
Yeah,
and
against
you're talking
Dallas,
about Dallas,
in
the finals,
06,
right?
Yeah, mm-hmm.
And seeing what D Wade was able to do
in 4 games in a row, won the MVP.
Yeah, seeing that
average what? He averaged almost 37 points or 36 points.
Yeah, so looking at that and watching that, I know for a fact there was not a time in no playoff series where James Harden has came close
to that.
Yeah,
to that
true.
All right.
level of play. So
While
being down,
defense.
I seen James Harden down 0-2 before.
Yeah.
And I wasn't that confident that James Harden was going to do something what Dwayne Wade did.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're not that same player.
I agree.
Yeah.
So that's why I want to, have.
But James Harden is special.
He is special.
He had a generational run when he was scoring. There was one point he was the best scorer of
he is special.
doing some wild stuff.
He's been doing. Look, man, and I only go back to Houston because, man, what he was able to do in Houston during the CP3 era, during the
Dwight Howard,
during the Westbrook era, all of that he had, all the pieces that he had there. It just goes without saying. Like he played really well. It's just that the playoffs just always end up being an issue for him, and I don't know what it is, but James Harden knows like those are the things that he has an issue with. Let's see what he can do this season. I want him to prove me wrong. I just don't have enough for me to say. There's not enough evidence.
Confidence. Yeah,
there's not enough evidence for me to say that. Oh yeah, they're gonna go in and they're gonna do this because James Harden is a part of the team, and that's what I won't say. All right, but look, we got the Knicks that secured the number 3 seed, right? For the first time in years that they're able to go into the playoff at the healthiest
3 years
point.
in a row. 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
3 years in a row.
Secured the number
seed.
3.
A top 3 seed.
Right.
3 years in a row.
Right.
Wow.
But out of 5 years of them making it into the playoffs, the healthiest they've been is this season.
Yeah.
So what does it look like for the Knicks going into the playoff healthy? And would you say that they will reach the Eastern Conference Finals? You know what I've been saying.
I think it's good. They're going to the
What
finals.
have I been saying since we started on each episode?
Knicks Spurs.
99 series.
Yeah.
That's what I see.
All right. So, listen. With the Knicks, this is the healthiest. You're right. This is the healthiest we've been.
Yeah.
Since this whole time, 5 years, watching them go to the in the last 5 years,
right?
Watching them go to the playoffs, right. This is the healthiest the team has been.
Yep.
All right, they not ran into the ground.
Yeah.
Last year, we was the 3rd seed. We had a similar record. We won 53 games last year, and we went into that playoff. We went into that playoffs beat. Guys complaining about the minutes that we played, that they played. Yeah. We was the number 1 unit. The starters was the number 1 unit, played that logged in the most minutes together as a starting unit. Yeah. And Tibbs' excuse to that was, well, they got to get used to playing with each other. Just always had an excuse.
Yeah. No, shout out to Tibbs though. We can't.
Nah, he did an amazing job.
He did do an amazing job.
He did an amazing job.
Get the team to where they at.
He's stuck in his ways
again. But unfortunately,
he's stuck in his ways. He's stuck in his ways. He's playing 90s basketball.
Yeah.
So.
But some teams need that 90s basketball mentality. There are some teams that need that.
It don't get you far.
It don't get you far, but at least it will get you somewhere. It will get you somewhere where you look more attractive to play with certain players that would be interested in and looking to join a team.
And then another thing too with this year's Knicks, how confident I am in the bench unit. going into the playoffs.
A lot more confidence.
Yeah, I got a
lot more playing time.
Yeah.
The things that we're asking for of the Lakers, if the Lakers would have implemented with getting their more of their bench players involved, is the very thing that the Knicks were doing.
Yeah,
is getting their.
Nah, that's what
involved.
I feel like the Lakers got an issue with.
Yeah,
they ran into the same problems that we ran into last year.
Right,
we got our stars. Yeah, we got, but they going in banged up and overplayed minutes.
Right,
you know,
right.
So I'm confident in. This is the most focused and rested I've seen Jalen Brunson.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
I seen like what I hope going into the playoffs. I hope Cat could get more. They know more of the 2-man game between Brunson and Cat could get more involved.
Yeah,
he could get going a little bit more, be a little bit more dominant.
Yeah,
you know. But I'm very confident. Okay, us going into the playoffs.
All right, well,
very confident. It's the healthiest we're gonna.
You heard it here first on No Refs Needed podcast. Please like, comment, and subscribe. All that's being said right now is something that we're looking forward to when the playoff picture takes place and when everything settles, the dust settles. But we're excited about the playoffs. We're excited about what's going to take place in the playoffs because a lot of bold prediction that's been taking place. We're waiting to see what it will turn out into be. And if those bold predictions,
the Knicks making the finals, the East, just the finals in general, will be a huge boost for the NBA.
Yeah.
Just being overall
the league is better when the Knicks are winning.
Yeah,
but you see how much attraction they got last year when they were winning, going into the finals, just
going into the next round.
The NBA,
like, come on,
NBA
man.
be in a better position if the Knicks make it to the finals.
Yeah,
from the Eastern side. I'm not talking about the West because the West is the gauntlet, but just the Eastern side.
Yeah, no, I agree. This is what I'll say. I'll leave it at this. I'm gonna say 99 series finals. Spurs and Knicks. I'm sticking with it. I've been saying it before. I said it earlier. Wemby is going to win, MVP and Defensive Player of the Year.
He's going to lose the finals.
JB Bickerstaff, I'm calling it, is going to be the Coach of the Year.
Yeah.
And the Knicks is going to be the team
to hoist the trophy.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that.
Listen. I want to see the comments. I want to see the response. I want to see the debate. This is a show that we're able to. You come in.
How many games?
How many games is definitely going to be 7 games.
A 7-game series.
7-game series.
Oh,
7-game series.
I got another bold prediction.
What's the bold prediction?
I think the Knicks.
We win it in San Antonio.
I think the Knicks is going to be one of the most dominant playoff teams in history.
Really?
Yeah.
In history?
Yeah.
Better than what the Lakers did.
I think we're going 16-0.
Do you understand what the Lakers did against New Jersey?
Yeah.
In 03?
Yeah.
Sorry. In
2017. 2017, another dominant team. The Warriors was a dominant playoff team.
What?
I think they won 15 games also. And they beat the Lakers straight.
Yeah.
I think we're going to be one of the most dominant teams in playoff history.
In playoff history.
I think we're gonna be the most dominant
I'm a
team.
Knicks fan, and I'm not even bold enough to say that.
But I can see why Ty said it because if you look at the Eastern lineup, it's not.
Look at it.
Yeah,
just look at it.
I can see why he said that, but I don't see them going 16.
Just look at it.
I don't see them.
Look at it.
But I see where Ty is coming from. Though. Looking at that lineup,
we'll see. We'll see what takes place. Looking forward to see what the playoff prediction turns out into being. But yeah. I'm interested in hearing it and seeing it. But we're going to move on to the NFL. We're going to talk about the NFL and what's been taking place in the NFL right now. There's so much heat that Jalen Hurts been getting within these last few weeks. Like, Jalen Hurts is being questioned about what he can bring on the field when it comes to the Eagles. Like, with all that's been going on right now, what is your thoughts about what you've been hearing, what you've been seeing, players, opposing players that played against Philly, and how they're saying that the emphasis has never been to focus on Jalen Hurts, but to focus on Saquon, and then to focus on Saquon, and then to focus on to focus on A.J. Brown and other players after that. Like, What is your thoughts to that? Them saying that.
Everybody knew what Jalen Hurts was coming into the league. Everybody knew it. And Jalen Hurts is a quarterback that he doesn't have to do too much to win games. You know, I don't really look at him as like more of a game manager. I look at a guy that gets it done and knows how to win, you know. And at this point in his career, if he's figuring it out and he's still achieving winning, you know, towards the end, it could get better, you know. So, yeah, there's some things that Jalen Hurts can't do as a quarterback.
Yeah.
And we see that. But what he is doing is very effective as well. And it's leading to winning. And it has won him a Super Bowl and a Super Bowl MVP.
Why are players more surprised? I won't say surprised. Why are fans more surprised by what they're hearing about Jalen Hurts when Cam Newton has been talking about the fact that Jalen Hurts should be considered as a game manager, not a game changer? Like, this is something Cam Newton been talking about for a while, but all of a sudden, like, now it's been brought to the public where it's becoming a more of an eye opener where players are talking about it.
In the beginning of the year, Cam Newton took a lot of flack for what he said.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and I'm the type of person, I'm on both sides of that conversation.
Yeah,
it's so much you could point to in Jalen Hurts' game where he needs to get better at. You know, but when you look at the things that he does effectively, you know, how he goes about winning, leading his team, you know, as he says, his quote, keeping the main thing.
Right.
That's not something you're going to argue about.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't turn over the ball in in pressure situations. It's certain things he goes about with when it comes to winning. And I'm not going to question that because I feel like he, as far as when it comes to Eagles quarterbacks, he's better than a lot of other quarterbacks that played as Eagles quarterback. That was an Eagles quarterback.
I feel like we get to this conversation every year with Jalen Hurts, and this man is just probably the
while having a winning record.
I feel like he is the most criticized quarterback in the league for what?
For no reason.
For what? He came into the league 2020. He's been to 2 Super Bowls. How many has Lamar Jackson been? And no discredit to Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
How many has he been to a Super Bowl?
0.
How about Josh Allen?
0.
Joe Burrow been to? Just 1.
Yeah, 1.
Jalen been to 2. He outperformed the best quarterback in the league twice on both stages.
Yeah.
And it's like every year. I'm not saying Jalen Hurts don't have his imperfections. Tosh is right. If you do look at his game, it's like there's certain things he can get better at.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
But keeping the main thing, what's the main thing in NFL that everybody always says? It's winning. It's at the bottom line, it's winning. Absolutely. It's just we in the era where it's just gaslighting. Oh, in order for somebody to win, they got to have some crazy stats.
Right.
Like, come on now.
I mean, the question is now, what does he need to achieve to earn respect in the league? Like, because it seems like he already won just in a small window that he's been there.
Yeah.
He won a Super Bowl. He won Super Bowl MVP.
He got to start passing for 4 bands a season. That's a start.
Like that, I get. Like it's annoying, I get it. But when you have 1A, 1B, AJ Brown, and Devontae Smith as your receivers, you would expect him to be, dropping 4,000.
See,
but it's tough. But that's not who he is, though. Let's just be real. That's not who he is.
And that's where the criticism. That's where the criticism comes in because it's more people is gonna say, all right, that's just a great team he's on. He's not the leader of that team. And that's where I think that maybe his game could grow. If you remember when Brady was winning his Super Bowls, the first 3 Super Bowls that he won those off the back of his defenses and keeping the main thing.
Correct.
Running the ball, making good decisions, being a great game manager.
That's true.
All right. And it wasn't towards the end of Brady's career to where Brady got
3 rings in New England.
Brady really hit prime Brady to where
back.
you really gonna say, man, this man's the GOAT.
Yeah.
He really,
I agree with that.
He really gets it done.
I agree with that.
So we don't know. Jalen Hurts this trajectory of his career where he has kept the main thing, and won games, constantly won games.
Yeah.
He been to 2 Super Bowls, won one.
Yeah.
All right. Those things, he could always get better later down on his career and still perform up to that level. I think people is just if you are to say these things about Jalen Hurts, would you have that same energy for Tom Brady in his first 3 Super Bowls that he won? Will you have that same type of energy? And I know it's 2 different complete quarterbacks.
It's 2 different eras.
It's 2 different complete
2 different
guys.
eras because back then social media wasn't as big. I feel that with social media being out now, it is more outspoken on how fans feel, how players feel, and how it looks on the field. They're calling it out as it is from what they see. But what people don't understand is what you said is keeping the main thing, which is winning games and getting to the Super Bowl.
I think what irks a lot of people and players is probably just his demeanor. Like, you don't see him hoorah, this and that.
Too high, too low.
But if you listen to his teammates, they love him. You know, this man is like the tone setter, as in like the calm
Is that
voice.
what it is, though? Is that what it is? Because I feel that this didn't come out until I want to say AJ Brown felt a certain way, and not to take anything away from AJ Brown, because we all know that AJ Brown is a stud when it comes.
He's
to
an alpha.
He
is an alpha.
When it comes to him playing,
he feels as if his numbers
position
should be on that level of he should be the top wide receiver every year. AJ Brown feels like he should win Triple Crown.
So is he selfish for thinking that way?
No, he's not selfish because that's how great of a player you are. You feel like I'm the best wide receiver. Nobody should be over me.
But if here's my thing. If you're winning games, right? And
it's not it all to it. It's not. That's not some.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say it's like I see where Taj is coming from. Winning games is one thing, but as a player too, though, if you know you have more to put there, like there's more stuff to put there. AJ Brown is gonna want that. Like I don't blame him. He's like you guys say, he's a top alpha receiver next to Devontae Smith. And Devontae Smith doesn't speak as much, but you know he's probably not as happy. But he doesn't speak as much. He's puts the work in, right? And it's one of those things. It's just like.
So how many players out there would trade in their career success for a ring, like a Terrell Owens, who had his chance to be something?
I'm gonna go out on a limb. I don't feel like Terrell Owens would trade his stats for a ring.
Really?
Yeah. I don't feel like he would trade his stats for a ring.
All right, let's look at another.
You think Randy Moss?
No.
Do you know who would? Larry Fitzgerald.
Larry Fitzgerald.
That's one of them.
Andre Johnson. Yeah. Another one. Andre Johnson. Larry Fitzgerald. Steve Smith.
Yeah. Steve Smith, another one.
Those is just dogs. Those is guys that had to really like.
But here's my thing. Because when you talk about that, you got to look at the fact that these teams, Philadelphia's still winning. Even though they didn't win the Super Bowl this past season, or
they were still a dominant team.
It still was a dominant team.
Whoa. Dominant as in defense?
Defense-wise.
They could still run that ball.
Offense, they could still run.
No, we didn't run the ball efficiently.
They didn't run. They couldn't because they figured out the whole Saquon.
Saquon, and then the O-line was banged up. So it was like it wasn't.
What I look at is the fact that they were still winning games. They were still a threat. They were still the only chance that they didn't get is to make it into the third round, right? So when you look at that, what is there to complain about? Because you're getting paid as a top receiver.
Yeah.
You're getting you're still being mentioned among the great because your team has the success that it needs to have because you're a part of that success, right? No one can say that AJ Brown is not.
He got 1,000 yards in all. He's a 1,000-yard receiver
every
year.
What is the issue? What is the issue? Because if you put him somewhere else where he'll get top dollars again, right? But he doesn't have the wins, then what? Would you accept that?
I think throughout
more than with your career accomplishment as a single player.
I think it was after the Packers game or the Lions game where AJ Brown literally said that, hey, our defense, because at one point in the season, you could look this up, Taj, or you guys, whatever, our defense was playing like a top 5 defense unit. Yeah, let's just be real.
Yeah, they was.
Right? And then there was a point where A.J. Brown was like, okay, our defense could bring us this far, but when will be the offense turn to turn it up a notch so they don't have to keep carrying it by themselves? And I see where A.J. Brown's coming there because he was right. And I told you throughout the whole season, Steve, I don't feel comfortable with this offense. And Tosh, I didn't know you then, but I was telling Steve in the beginning of the season, I'm like, this offense does not look good.
Yeah,
and they're not going to right the ship. And I called it from the beginning.
He did.
And I'm not like one of those boneheaded Eagles fans. Sorry, Eagles fans. Let's just be real. Some of you guys be bugging out. Yeah. But I'm more of like, I look at it, right? And I'm like, Steve, this is not sustainable.
Yeah.
Because like you're just playing backyard football with our offense. That's not sustainable. You have Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert. I know our O-line is banged up. There's no excuse.
But you still got that offensive line.
No, but we were banged up all season long. And then, thank God they're coming back again. But hopefully this year we right the shit with this new offensive coordinator. But then it goes back to the same thing with Jalen Hurts. This will be his 7th season with a new offensive coordinator. And that doesn't help him.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't help him if your head coach can't like his vanilla offense. Like, come on now. Like his coach is basic.
Yeah.
And then these people come in for 1 year to do great and they go.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
That's not sustainable. And then you give credit to 49ers and the Sean McVays, Kyle Shanahan, and all of them in the world. You know why? Because they could get an offensive coordinator, they could leave, but it's still the head coach's system, and they still call the plays.
So is it more of a Nick Sirianni issue, or it is something that is stemming from where the quarterback is the one that is needing to step up his game more in order for them to find more offensive
This season will
structure.
tell where Jalen Hurts has earned from fans like he could do it, right?
Yeah.
But y'all probably agree with me here. It's just I feel like this is the season with a new offensive coordinator where Jalen Hurts has to take that next step as in like throwing from the pocket.
He got to throw for 4,000 yards.
Yeah.
Like he has to show something there. Like I'm not saying you can't like he's a dog. Like let's just be real. Jalen Hurts is a dog.
This topic will come up again.
It's gonna come up multiple times until this season where he has to prove it again that he's that guy. But in this case though, I'm a Jalen Hurts believer, but I feel like this is the season where like, all right, Jalen, now you have to like really
But if
show.
he doesn't, what happens?
Then it comes to the point when the Eagles have to make a tough decision.
So here's the question that I have. Will Jalen Hurts maintain the starting position as a Philadelphia?
And then we're really asking this. Are we really serious about asking this?
We have to ask that question.
Jesus,
So wait. So look at it from this point, Todd. I get where you're coming from. Feel me? Me and Steve, we're a Jalen Hurts believer.
Yeah,
we believe Jalen Hurts believer. But if you telling me if you have like the team that Jalen Hurts has,
The nerve of you to ask this question.
like I get where you're coming from.
Get it?
No, I get where you're coming
You
from.
have
but
to
like,
ask that question just because based on.
All right, y'all
looks right
Eagles
now.
fans, man. Y'all been watching the Eagles for a long time, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Y'all mean to tell me you would take 10 years of Donovan McNabb, right? And not say and really question the last 5 years of Jalen Hurts?
I wouldn't say question him, but you got to look at it done in
I'm
the
not
beginning
questioning
season.
Jalen
I'm not
Hurts.
questioning Jalen Hurts.
Because we had the conversation.
No, but the
We
people are.
believe
people
the
are.
Oh, but people
That's
believe
what I'm
are,
saying.
regardless.
It doesn't make no sense.
The disrespect that comes, right? There are certain opponents they talk about, oh, we don't have to get ready for Jalen Hurts. We're not ever worried about Jalen Hurts. We were more worried about the Saquons, the AJ Browns, the Devontae Smith. But when it comes to probably Jalen Brown is probably 6th, 7th option to be worried about. That's a sign of disrespect for a man that has led his team to the Super Bowl
multiple times.
Post Saquon.
Post Saquon, yup.
And with Saquon.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not saying that because I'm bringing this to light because it seems like no matter what you do in this league, just depending on who you are as a quarterback, they're always going to question his abilities.
And then, another thing too, right?
Man, that's the annoying part. I'm sorry, Taj, because that is the annoying point. Like, only Jalen, and who else gets criticized just as much as Jalen? Just
I don't think
guess.
nobody.
No, somebody does just as much as Jalen. Guess who? You guys know who.
Another quarterback?
Yep. Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't even think.
But Lamar Jackson haven't even reached as far as with Jalen Hurts.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, Lamar puts numbers up and he still gets criticized. Yeah. Jalen doesn't put numbers up. He gets criticized. But he's been to 2 Super Bowls and he outperformed the best quarterback in the league. Yeah. Twice. Not once, but twice.
Lamar Jackson got 2 MVPs.
So it makes you question. It makes you question because when you look at it, in the Eagles' years of within the last 25 years, let's say 20 years. Let's go 20 years. In the last 20 years, who has been the most accomplished quarterback that is done what they have done with winning so far?
Oh, Jalen
Hurts.
So why is it such a big issue of what's going on in Jalen's world? Why is it becoming more of an issue? Because
he's not stat padding.
You're saying Jalen, that's what right? It is. We all agree it's been Jalen, right? Because you look at Donovan McNabb, you look at
Mike Vick,
Carson Wentz, you look at the one who Nick Foles, right? Yeah. Nick Foles, for a small window that was there, that came and completed the job, finished off what Carson Wentz started, right? Kudos to Nick Foles.
And Nick Foles had a crazy 2013 season as well, though.
He
came in and had a crazy 2013 season.
He did.
What was it, like 27 touchdowns and 2 interceptions?
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers numbers.
It was crazy. He had a game. He threw for 7 touchdowns.
Yeah, against the Raiders. Against the Raiders.
So, just to say that, but we all said Jalen Hurts without question, but there's people questioning what he can do when he's been the most winning quarterback there.
Yeah, today's the day, all right? Because I'm going to come out and say, yo, if you're an Eagles fan and you feel some type of way about Jalen Hurts, like, something is wrong with you. Honestly. Because Donovan McNabb, it doesn't equal up to Jalen Hurts to me.
Hey, Donovan McNabb seems to think differently.
Man, I don't know what he thinks a lot of stuff.
Yeah, because you think about it, like, Donovan McNabb is saying
that he was a good
if
quarterback.
he had the lineup that Jalen had, there's no way he would have, not win multiple Super Bowls, right? Or not be considered among one of the greats. So, like, with Donovan McNabb saying
how many years, all right, in Donovan McNabb, when he was on the Eagles, right? How many years was Andy Reid his head coach?
All 10.
All 10.
Yeah.
All 10.
Wow.
Yeah,
all 10 seasons. I'm just saying. You asked that. Why did you ask that question? I'm just curious to find out why'd you even ask that question.
Last time I checked, they said Andy Reid was the best coach in the NFL. And Donovan McNabb had him all 10 years as their coach. Yeah. So
I feel like early 2000s, Donovan McNabb did his thing, but he didn't do what Jalen does, is win at the biggest moments. Yeah. But let's not be like, now look at it. Donovan McNabb didn't have that many powers, like stars on the offense side. Defense was legit.
He didn't though.
From the beginning, he extended the next level to the Super Bowl when they picked up, guess who? Terrell Owens. Yeah. But before that, he didn't really have an all-star team other than Brian Westbrook. But Brian Westbrook didn't come until 2003. Yeah. So 2000, 2001, 2002, we didn't have that crazy offense.
Okay, but he still had a chance though.
Yeah. Absolutely, he still had a chance. No, you're right. I'm not going to take away. He
Andy Reid.
He had Andy Reid.
A young Andy Reid, too.
The Andy Reid of today, it was still the same Andy Reid of the Philadelphia years.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
100%. Consecutive years of making it to the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, never missed the playoff under Andy Reid. You get what I'm saying? So, with you saying that, like, let's look at the fact that Donovan McNabb, at that time, had enough for where he was able to reach the Super Bowl, right? And just didn't have enough to win in the Super Bowl, right?
You think he never had enough, Donovan McNabb?
He didn't do enough.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
He didn't do enough.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he didn't do enough.
So, whose fault is that? Because it seemed like the way he said it.
His.
I just wanted to know.
Yeah.
Because the way he said it is making it seem like he didn't have enough. But
Donovan McNabb had 2 things always on every Eagles team: an elite offensive line and an elite defense. All right,
more than what the Giants can say they had when they won in 2007,
exactly,
and 2010.
Exactly.
What's the crazy thing about Donovan McNabb? I'm like, Donovan McNabb, you're at a point where you should be encouraging the Jalen Hurts what he's doing now.
Right.
Like you should be like passing the torch in a sense of like
because
this
it's a
young
brotherhood
man,
in
correct.
Philly.
And that's what kind of is annoying.
Well, it should. In my
not with him. He's always been. He's always been that type of player, though.
Yeah.
Like he's always. Terrell Owens came in there and was a star wide receiver.
Yeah.
And everybody knows that.
Yeah.
What he brought from San Fran to the Eagles, that was the dude. Yeah. All right. You had a bad relationship with him. Mm-hmm. All right. The Eagles go out there and draft another star wide receiver in Deshaun Jackson. The two stars, two bona fide star wide receivers that you played with, you had issues. You had personal issues with. Mm-hmm. Why is that? Mm-hmm.
That's a good question.
Why? He wasn't, to me, Donovan McNabb wasn't the best teammate. He also wasn't the best player from what he showed me, throughout the years of watching Donovan McNabb. Yeah. You had one of the greatest coaches to ever coach.
He was always out of shape, too.
Yeah, one of the greatest coaches that basically designed a system for you to be successful. Yeah. And you you didn't win a Super Bowl. Yeah. You did not show up in big moments. Yeah. All right. Donovan McNabb is known for losing in those big moments. Yeah. To where compare that to Jalen Hurts. Mm-hmm. Jalen Hurts is known for winning in those big moments. Yeah. So what is the problem? What is the issue?
I think he just can't accept the fact that Jalen is just winning.
Well, it's far gone.
And midnight green.
It's far gone.
I don't even think Donovan McNabb is the second best quarterback that played for the Eagles.
Who do you think is
I don't think he's the third, and I don't think he's the fourth. I might not even think he's the fifth.
Nah, that's crazy work. That's crazy.
I'm dead serious. Because I could name some great Eagles quarterbacks. Randall Cunningham. Yeah. Donovan McNabb is not better than Randall Cunningham.
As in what they put on the field, no, but as in accolades, Donovan McNabb has better accolades than Randall Cunningham. I will say Donovan McNabb is probably number two, because right now we're
number two quarterback.
Right now where Jalen's trajecting is crazy.
So he was better. He's better than Michael Vick.
As of if you put the careers side by side,
we just gonna say accolades. I'm talking about
Mike
straight
Vick
up as a player.
A lot more.
Because the problem with Mike Vick, and you guys cannot deny this.
I won't take that.
If Michael Vick was healthier, then Michael Vick, I'll agree.
He
didn't take the Eagles to the Super Bowl, so I can't.
Michael Vick only took him to one. Well, how many playoff games?
He won. One playoff,
and he lost
to Green Bay.
But Aaron Rodgers was going on the tear that season. That's not. But like, if Michael Vick had more years under Andy, all right, let's just be hypothetical now. Right. If you put young Michael Vick at the time instead of Donovan McNabb in the beginning of the Eagles' tenure, right?
The 2000s would have been a dynasty.
It would have been.
All right.
It would have been.
It would have been a dynasty.
That I'll give you. That I will give you.
It would have been a dynasty.
But because remember,
I don't think Donovan McNabb was better than Carson Wentz. I don't think so.
You know what's crazy? That's always been.
Be God honest truth. I don't think. I think Carson Wentz was the better second overall pick for the Eagles than Donovan McNabb. Yeah. The numbers might not say. The only reason why people is not going to agree with me is because of health. But when you talking about as a player,
wait, Carson Wentz did have that crazy 2017.
Yeah, season. When you talking about as a player,
and it sucks because his health really did threw off his whole trajectory.
All right, y'all Eagles fans. Mm-hmm. Is Carson Wentz a part of that Super Bowl team 2017?
Absolutely.
If it wasn't for him, we would have made it that far.
I'm not
because they were 13-2. Listen,
so he did more than Donovan McNabb already.
He played 13 games that season.
Yeah,
and they were 11-2.
Yeah,
with the 13 games that he played.
Yeah,
and he had,
and they was 32? The number one seed in the NFC, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm not going to.
I think I'll rest my case. I think he did more than Donovan.
No Eagles fan will argue that. Carson Wentz put that team on his back.
Yeah,
and then Nick Foles did the unbelievable and brought him to the promised land.
Right.
Because we're not going to discredit Nick Foles too.
Yeah, you can't.
Because Nick Foles went crazy just
against the Patriots.
Oh, he did better
against
than
the Patriots.
He went
Nick Foles is a better quarterback. A better Eagles quarterback than Donovan McNabb.
BDN?
Yes.
BDN.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know what that means, look it up. I can't say it on the comment.
Nah, for real.
Wow.
Because, if that was Donovan McNabb, and then, Nick Foles, he was a second-string quarterback.
Because he was able to finish off the season
the dude, the same guy that you lost to,
And won MVP.
And you was the starting quarterback, right? That year.
Yeah.
You was a starting quarterback. This dude came off the bench and looked Tom Brady. And when Tom Brady threw for 500 yards in that
Tom
game,
Brady was like,
all right, so it's not even like you said, well, Tom Brady was off. No.
No. Tom Brady was going.
It's not like you're going to say that. All right. Nick Foles went and with no fear at all and went and won them the Super Bowl. Did trick plays.
So my question
Philly special. You want to try Philly special, coach? Like, y'all remember that? So should we do Philly special?
So my question is, are you saying that Nick Foles is a better quarterback than McNabb was in the amount of years that he played in Philly because he was able to finish the job?
Yeah, because McNabb couldn't finish the job. You don't remember?
Okay.
You don't remember? Okay. You don't remember what McNabb did in that Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Every chance that they got to go down and score, McNabb did something stupid. He done turned over the ball. I just remember the Patriots defense. I remember Teddy Bruschi having the game of his life.
Yeah, he did.
In that Super Bowl down in Jacksonville.
He did. And
in 2005.
Terrell
playing on one leg.
Yeah,
he had
for the life of him.
For the life of him.
Yeah.
Dude, can you play better?
Yeah.
All right? There's a rumor, allegedly, that Donovan McNabb threw up in the huddle in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
All right? That just sounds like a guy that can't show up for the big moments. And it's him. It's Donovan McNabb, bro. Yeah. Listen, I'm not going to take nothing away from him. He put in the work to be the second overall pick in the draft. Yeah. He's was talented at his time. All right? I'm not going to take that away from him. But how he feels about himself
is not what everybody
it's not what
or what he displayed on the field.
This is not what you displayed on the field, bro. It's not what Andy Reid saved his career by going to Kansas City and revamping Kansas City and drafting Pat Mahomes. Because when the Eagles sent him out, it's like it was a darkness over everything.
Yeah.
But let's just be real though. The last couple of years, Andy Reid's tenure in Philly, it was pretty bad. Because remember, he was going through a lot of stuff too, internally to his family. I think condolences. His first.
They had that dream team. It was a dream team.
Oh, that was what Vince Young said. The 2011 team.
It was a dream team.
With Michael Vick,
that wasn't the last year, right?
No, it was 2012.
2012. It was the 2012 season.
They went 4-12, but. He was going. I think him going somewhere else.
What Mike Vick did to Washington.
Like you gotta remember. Thank you. Oh my gosh.
What Mike Vick did to Washington?
Do you guys know who was the quarterback for Washington that game?
Donovan McNabb.
Yeah.
Listen. All right, I'm gonna compare that situation. I'm gonna compare that situation.
Yeah.
It's a time I remember.
Yeah.
All right. Saquon Barkley used to be a Giant.
Yeah.
Love Saquon.
I know exactly where you're going with this.
Love Saquon. And I remember his first game back to MetLife. Saquon put on a show.
Yes.
Then they Nick Sirianni in that game came and asked Saquon, you want to go
break the record?
You want to go break the record?
Yeah.
Saquon said, no, let the young guys eat. He had pity on us, mercy.
You know what record that was too, right?
That's for him to get to 200 yards.
It was a record
yards.
No, that wasn't. I'm talking about the first game back to MetLife.
No, I was just saying it was. I think it was a record for the most yard in the game for a running back.
Yeah, correct.
For Eagles?
No,
just,
to beat the dude from
who had the most rushing
St. Louis,
Eric Dickerson.
But
No.
we talking about we talking about in game.
For him to finally get 200 yards in a game.
Oh, okay.
This was going to be his first game where he ever hit 200 plus in a game.
That's right.
And he said, "Let the young guys."
He had a couple last season though.
Who? Saquon?
A couple
games,
games,
it was after that. So listen. Bring it right back to that moment. And in that moment, right, when I seen Saquon did what he did against the Giants and talking all that junk, I sat there and I said, I wish Saquon Barkley was still on the Giants. I sat there and I said that. Now, I know for a fact, let's go rewind to that Monday night game, right?
when they played
McNabb against Vic, and McNabb is on the other side, right? Yeah. There was no way. There's nobody in that stadium in Philly to sit there and say, I still wish McNabb was my quarterback.
I think it was time too. People seen it where when McNabb and Vic came in during the 2009 season, you could tell that
when they was doing the gadget plays,
like the Wildcats.
They was doing some gadget plays, and then you just clearly see that. Yo, they went and got Mike Vick off the prison yard, bro.
Yo.
Shout out Andy Reid for giving Michael Vick a
Thank
chance
you.
too.
And
Jeffrey Lurie.
And shout out to Tony Dungy for the re-imaging of
Michael Vick.
Tony Dungy deserves a lot of credit for that because without Andy Reid taking that chance on him, Mike Vick would have never finished off his career the way he did. You know, because we all understand, we remember Mike Vick for his Atlanta days, and his Eagles days. You know, especially the two games that stand out the most to me was the December game against the Giants.
Oh, that was crazy. MetLife.
Let me tell you something. That
comeback was crazy.
I expected stuff like that from Mike Vick. I'd known for a fact. I don't expect that from Donovan McNabb. I don't expect that. That's not something I expected out of him. When the Giants used to go and play Donovan McNabb, and then they had some battles. Like, it was a back and forth thing. It wasn't like it was a one-sided. But I didn't fear it as much as like, yo, we got a game and we got to prepare for Tony Romo. Listen, as a matter of fact, I'm a Giants fan to the death of me, all right? And right now, when we play Philadelphia, I'm worried about Jalen Hurts. Trust me.
You know what's crazy?
I'm worried about playing. I'm like, damn, yo, we got to play Jalen Hurts, yo.
Donovan McNabb's greatest years are like probably 2000 to 2008. If Larry Fitzgerald didn't have that game that he had against us in the NFC Championship 2009, we probably, that's tough though because the Steelers was crazy.
Exactly. That day, he was going to fumble the bag against Ben Roethlisberger. Bro, come on, man.
It was even not even probably bad. Been a massacre. It was just the Steelers defense was on some
come
wild
on, he's not going to see that deep. Like, come on,
that
bro.
defense was wild.
That dude is not real. It's multiple times where you see Donovan McNabb. Yo, you got beat. Like, you got to remember, in the NFC Championships, Jake Delhomme done scrubbed you out. Brad Miller done, that's the Bucs quarterback.
I don't even think
it was
those,
Brad Johnson.
Brad Johnson. But the 0-2 Bucs had a crazy defense.
No, but I know, but like, yo, these is the dudes that you going to. Jake Delhomme. Brad Johnson. Yo, Kurt Warner was just bagging groceries, bro. I know he won MVP, but he scrubbed you out. He scrubbed you out in the NFC Championship twice.
I think it's Donovan McNabb more self-destruct than the other quarterback outperforming him. It was just he just
so what you say about that in somebody's career? You're bound to self-destruct.
It's just crazy because this man had some good years and then something. It's just I feel like he paints a target in his back every time he says some wild stuff too. Though
every time he opens his mouth.
So here's the thing: it's more of an issue for Donovan McNabb when he tend to paint the picture as he could have.
Yeah, you always just could have. You sound like the Cowboys. That's what you say. I think the Cowboys should have drafted Donovan McNabb.
Why you say that?
They would have agreed a lot together, like how much we could have, or if, or what you could have done, or like it's just it's terrible.
I mean, look, we'll see what happens, but I say this is a prove-it year for Jalen Hurts. On what it looked like for him.
This is crazy that we
have to say that.
This don't even make no
it's gonna
sense.
It's a prove it year because again.
All right, so if he doesn't prove it, right?
Yeah.
What's gonna happen?
The question is, will he still be a quarterback of the Eagles after next season? Oof. That's gonna be.
I wouldn't say it's a prove it. I feel like it's more of taking the next leap in his quarterback development and like, bro, you have to open up now, like. Because he doesn't want to run no more. They just allegedly
someone is gonna have to be gone by the time next season come around if the Eagles don't get far into the playoff.
My thing Who is it gonna be? I'm thinking
is it gonna be Nick Sirianni or is it gonna be Jalen Hurts?
Sirianni. Anyway,
he's on a hot seat too, though. Nick Sirianni.
Exactly. It would be Nick Sirianni, and which I don't get it. I never seen somebody win. Take their team. Nick Sirianni hasn't missed the playoffs, right?
He's a winner. Nick Sirianni is a winner.
I've never seen this before in my life. Jalen Hurts, he hasn't missed the playoffs since he been. the Eagles starting quarterback, right?
But you know how it is.
This
the pressure of the league
doesn't make any sense.
You know what it is? I want to say it's a pressure of the league. It's just Philly's media market is so toxic.
Yeah,
it's so annoying.
It's a tough market.
This is why I don't get it. Like,
but toxic markets is Philly, New York. Yeah. Where else could you say? Possibly LA. Well, just Cali's like Bay Area, LA. Not too bad, but like Philly.
It's not that bad because they expect winning, and then when they lose it, they just cover it up.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, Philly fans should be happy that the last 5-6 seasons we have winning record and we're winning football. Yeah. Well, other teams can say they've been to the Super Bowl twice or even make one.
Yeah.
That's why I said it doesn't make any sense.
Jerry Jones would trade that in for
what?
Extensions are coming along. Extensions coming along for contracts.
Now, Jerry Jones keep being the Dallas Cowboys owners. You are doing the NFC East a big favor.
Yeah, no. Look, it baffles me too. But you have to ask that question just based on the state of where the Eagles are at right now and what people are saying about Jalen Hurts.
I thought. This is what I thought with the Eagles. This is what I'm thinking with the Eagles. All right, a lot of guys is getting up there in age. Yeah. All right, y'all lost y'all Fletcher Cox.
Well, he's been gone.
I know he's been gone, but with like guys that have been doing it for y'all. You're like y'all leaders of y'all team. All right, y'all lost like guys like Fletcher Cox,
Jason
the
Kelsey.
center. Yeah. Y'all lost those over Graham. Yeah. Y'all lost certain guys.
Graham's like in and out. He keeps coming out of retirement, coming back in. So he's like in and out.
Now I'm thinking, all right, the Eagles is thinking like this. We got our quarterback. We got our coach. We won these last couple years. I'm thinking, hey, let's try to retool this and draft guys. And we know we're going to be in probably a 2 to 3 year rebuilding stage. Y'all not even embracing that. They thinking, just burn everything down to the ground because we're not winning.
Well, no, that's like, people that don't see the team. But the team that we built the last couple of seasons, let's just be real. If you pay it, if you're Eagles fan, I see everything. I tell Steve this all the time. I tell Steve, the last couple of seasons, we paid, our money's in the offense.
Yeah.
And I can see why the owner's upset with certain things. Like, we put this much money for that talent in the offense, even though we win, like, come on.
Made Saquon one of the highest paid running backs of all
correct.
time.
Yeah. And then, mind you, there's a couple games in the season where we only had like 16 points in the game. That's to just be real.
Yeah.
One game, okay, but multiple games like that, you want to get upset?
Well, yeah. I would get upset, but I wouldn't want to burn I'm not getting rid of my quarterback. I'm not saying the coach is on the hot seat. I'm not saying nothing like that.
Time will tell.
You know what I'm doing? I'm embracing the fact that, okay, we're not gonna be dominant forever. But
I'm embracing it. We winning. Yeah. We're winning. We've been to 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah. I would say, okay, what's gonna happen when we rebuild?
If you think about it, Howie Roseman is on a generational run the way we're drafting, right? We have a young, talented defense
already,
which we got to pay. So all that offensive money is going to the defense. So Taj is right. That offensive people we have in there, eventually we had to let money go.
Yep. So only time will tell. Tune in next time with No Refs Needed podcast.
Go Birds.
And you will continue to hear what we have for you. Enjoy it. Until next time.
How they call it that? The Go Birds.